How many of you love superhero movies like Avengers, Spider-Man and Justice League by show of hands? Most of you. And how many of you love to have your own superpowers, be a superhero in your life by show of hands? Most of you. Thank you so much. And you'll be glad to know that today the agenda for this talk is about to remind you how you are yourself already a meta-human. What is a meta-human? Meta-human are superhuman individuals who have some superpowers, but they do not know, they are not utilizing it, and some trigger happens and they activate those powers, and then they become the superhero of their life. And why this is important to know this right now? Because in this world, the things are changing. We already know how artificial intelligence has revolutionized the world, digital world right now before us. And this point of time, if you just write one sentence and AI can create an amazing picture for you, and in this world now you can write and ask anything and ChatGPT will give you the answer by searching the entire internet. So one side it looks very interesting that yes, the life is going to be easy. At the other end, the other aspect of it is that a lot of traditional jobs, and especially in the IT industry, things are going to shake up. Why? Because I recently heard we have AI systems are going to write the entire code for certain systems which usually developers take 6 months to write, and they are going to do in just few seconds, and things are going to change. But at this moment of time, once we understand we have our own superpowers and we activate them so that we can live a life where we can have our superpowers, so that we can ensure that we live a future-proof life. We are not dependent on any system, any particular job, and we can do things amazingly. To start with, I will share one small story. This is a story of a small boy who was very young, very energetic that point of time. He loved to learn new things, loved to explore new things, and he thought that everything is possible. He can be an astronaut or scientist or anything. So he had amazing visions about things, but as he grew older, the things started changing. And one day when he was exploring some things, he got a green glowing crystal. He loved it so much, he liked it so much that he thought, okay, this is amazing, I should keep it with myself. And that glowing crystal, he made it as a pendant and wore around his neck and for the rest of his life. And what happened is, as he grew older, the things started changing. The young and energetic boy changed into a little bit more matured person, and as he graduated, he got a job into IT industry. And that point of time, even though he had the certain excitement in the starting, later on things changed because it was a routine job. He just went to the office, went through same office gossips, discussing about office politics and boss and all those things. And at the late night when he came to home, cribbled out the traffic and then sit in front of the television and just binge watch certain things. And that was the day for him. He slept late, got up late, and the cycle continued. At the same time, he thought that he has amazing dreams and he wants to do some amazing things, but he could not do those things because he thought that those things are not possible, because he thought there was a possibility for him, but something is holding him back, something is stopping him to reach his own potential. And one long day after he had a heated discussion with his boss regarding some appraisal discussions, he was really upset. That frustrated him so much that he started blaming himself, and he was so angry with himself that he just took out that necklace, the green pendant that it was so dear to him, and threw it a long way with his as much as possible the strength that he could gather. And something suddenly happened. He suddenly got a surge of power going through his veins, and he could see that, okay, now he felt like limitless, he could do anything. And this point of time, he was a superhero. So if you are a Marvel fan or a DC fan, or you love superhero movies, you think this is just a version of a what if version of a superhero story, Superman, who was in this kind of environment in a different multiverse. And this life was his journey, and the green crystal I'm talking about, that was kryptonite that was holding back his power. But This is a story of actually almost all IT professionals. In this era, what we see that machines are learning and we are scrolling through social media, and this point of time lot of things are changing. We are going through the routine job and everything, and even if we feel like we have to do a lot of things, we are holding on because we cannot move forward. We don't have the way, we don't have an energy, we don't have the power that we need. And what is the kryptonite for us, the green crystal? That is actually our own limiting beliefs. So this green crystal symbolizes those limiting beliefs or the fears or anything that is stopping you. And some people stick on to it. Mostly they stick on to it. They don't do anything or anything that can take them away from that state and become the superhero they want to. But some actually dare and they change the life. Life changed for me, and it was something happened, and that changed my life, and I was able to now, last year I left my job, I started writing book, helping many IT professionals. All those things I'm doing because this is my connection to it, because I analyze those are my superpowers, and I'm a metahuman, and I want others to be the same as well. And you must be thinking that Utkarsh, you must be very super talented, and I agree with you, I am. But the problem is academic system does not agree with me. So my ranking in AIEEE was 43,883, and it was a miracle that I could get a decent college after that. Of course, I worked hard, and of course it was very difficult to pass certain exams, but ultimately I got a campus selection in the first multinational company that came into my college, and yes, I started my job. And what I started point of time is my father, coming from a humble family, so my father, I saw he going to the job every time, and the life entirely revolved around the job. And same thing happened with me. I started working hard, doing things, and after working hard for 2 long years, I was got a chance to get into United States of America, Dallas, Texas, on site as a SME, and that was the point I felt like life is like a dream. And loved the way of life, of course the mundane routine and all, but I went through that. Later on, came back to India, started my family, and things got changed because earlier I was myself, but now we have family responsibility. And when my son was born, I wanted to be with him because my son is super amazing. Usually children, they stay with their mother for 9 months before they come to this world. My son is so powerful, so amazing, and so fast that he didn't wait even 1 day after 8 months were completed. So he was a preterm baby, and I really wanted to be with him. I tried to get work from home that point of time in 2019, and that was not possible. And that made me feel like what I have to do to get close to my son, because my family and everyone was doing every bit to help him, but I wanted to be with him as a father. So I started sleeping for only 3 hours per day. That was my routine for almost 6 months. And then after Corona hit, in 2020, March 2020, I got an option to have work from home, and that point of time, one side I was happy that I could be with my son throughout the day, and the other side, the things were shaking up in the market, and I could see my friends, my relatives losing jobs, losing lives even, and that really shook me that what is the meaning of life altogether. If we are just stuck in a job, we are not living our life, and it can be taken away from us at any point of time. We don't have any control. That made me feel really powerless, and that point of time I decided, let me start working on something of my own so that I can be on my own and not depend on just a job and become a future-proof person. And that point of time, I started to explore different things, and the concept of metahuman came into being. And how it came, because I started trying, testing different things, what I can do from my side that can make a difference in the life of myself and others, but everything failed, and I started to lose the hope. And that point of time, I met my mentor, Mr. Dev Gadvi, and my Gurudev helped me to connect with my purpose of life, and that changed the thing for me forever. And in this case, when I started working on the things, my life was totally 360-degree change, and at this moment I decided I will be the person for not only I will help myself to unlock my superpowers, as well as for all IT professionals, all the parents who want to be with their children forever, for being with them. So I created a formula after reading multiple books, after learning from world-class mentors, and that formula is the superpower triangle. In this formula, these are 3 steps that can help you to connect with your passion, your purpose, and will help you to unlock your superpowers so that you can become a super human. And so the first thing is purpose. So purpose usually is, people think about it for companies and other big organizations and all. No, but purpose is for everyone, because this universe is something which is a big system which was created from a small space. In the Big Bang, everything shattered, and that point of time the entire universe came into being roughly 13.6 billion years ago, and there were multiple things happened that human life was possible. And at this moment of time, we can see that whatever is around us is connected through a same mechanism, and we are part of it. And if we do not play our role, universe nudges us. It gives us hint in form of our passions, the things that we really love. At the same time, some mishaps or maybe the tragedy in our life that causes us to change. And this leads to the next thing is the process. So I went for skydiving, and this skydiving was the dream for me. Signing up was easy, but seeing this place that 13,500 feet above the sky, it was very difficult to even take a step. But because I had the person who has been done that, not only for himself but for others. So this was the process I went through, and could take the leap of faith and enjoy the blissful moment. And this way it is even possible for everyone. It could be anything, but if the success leaves clue. So if you follow a process, or follow a person who has been done as a mentor, they can guide you to connect to your goals and help you to perform and achieve anything you want. And one important thing in this superhero story, there is a villain. So any point of time you start anything which is improving yourself and doing something, you encounter a villain. That villain is someone which is there at every position of time, and it will stop you to take action. The villain is even outside you, it is inside you, the inside chatter and any limiting beliefs. It could be even your friends, but this villain can take any shape and form. But the only thing that can save you from this is being persistent. Once you are connected with your passion and purpose, once you know that what is the life unfolds for you, and now you have to just change strategies but keep taking action. And after that, the small exercise is there once you know this entire formula. So let's start doing the things right now, today itself. So everyone, just please take a deep breath and close your eyes, and take a deep breath and think about your amazing version, the version of you which is the perfect version, the amazing health, amazing financial conditions, amazing life and the relationships. And this person which you can think of now is actually the person which already exists right now, and not maybe here but anywhere in the multiverse. And in this multiverse, this universe, the version of you had taken the perfect decision throughout the life. But now you have the magical formula. Now you know that you can get connected to your passion, your purpose, and find a mentor who can help you and guide you, and at the same time show perseverance, be persistent and take actions. And then you can be very much closer to your best version. And this leaves me with the amazing quote by Swami Vivekananda himself, that all power is within you. Believe in that, you can do anything and everything, and stand up and embrace the divinity in you. So thank you so much.